All right, Southwest Florida, we are back. And Leapers Live is so thrilled to be here as a media sponsor at the preeminent event of the year here at the Sidney and Barn Davis Art Center. It's a night of elegance put on by our good friend, Richard Smith. Now his name has become AKA. So his name is Chef Droll, Big Droll, Soul Snatchers, AKA Richard Smith. He has become so popular as a chef, his real name is now AKA.
Even AKA Yes Chef.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite.
He's got a lot of hashtags as well. When he said that's one of his favorites, this is Pastor Glover of Mount Hermon Ministries. They have a nonprofit there as well. And of course, Chef Droll mentioned in his presentation that he was now a saved man, came from a checkered past, and now he's made Dunbar proud as one of the master chef and preeminent chefs in the country. And tonight is a night of elegance where we get a 6-course meal. Rico is a nonprofit arm of Mount Hermon Ministries that's going to be receiving some of the proceeds from tonight, along with City
Taking the City.
All right. So without further ado, let's welcome here the Reverend Dr. William Glover. Welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Always my pleasure, Lee. Always.
See, you notice I always remember, hey, Reverend comes first.
That's
Every
right.
time I do that, I say, hey, look, you learn.
Yes.
Yeah. See, doing this show over the years, it's just so much anecdotal stuff you learn from people.
Yeah.
And it just kind of makes you like a little computer. My wife always tells me, you able to talk about stuff like that? I said, because I learned from all these people.
That's right.
Not just sitting here. When you do like 25,000 interviews from all these various walks of life, you learn all these little nuances.
Absolutely.
You told me one day, you said, Lee, just remember, Reverend comes before
Reverend always comes first.
That's
the calling before earning the degree.
Yeah, and
So
it
we
makes
always acknowledge that calling.
work perfectly well. First of all, when you came out tonight on the stage, we're not going to make this too heavy. When you came out on the stage, I want to let you know, you look dapper up there, man.
Thank you, man. Well, he said come dressed to impress, so we pulled out a little something.
Was that something you just grabbed out of the closet, or you went and got something special for tonight?
Well, no, I actually had it in the closet. And, of course, over the years, attending formal events, I've accumulated 3 or 4 tuxedo suits. And so we just rotate and switch it up.
Right, and you just mix and match it.
Yes.
But
yes.
You know what, though? You said something that's so important. Over the years, that means you were able to maintain a certain size.
Well, yes. I learned a long time ago, even when it comes to suits, don't go with the trend, because trends come and go.
Right.
Go with a classic look, fitted, that's always going to be in style.
The basics, right?
Yeah, because you waste money when you spend that much money on trendy clothes.
Right.
And 2-3 seasons, you look ridiculous wearing them.
Right.
So go classic.
Go
and
classic
traditional.
every time.
Yes.
And I got into classic, being a banker and all.
Yes.
I said, then I could never switch back out. I might get a little flashy here and there, but for the most part, it's still basic.
Yes.
Basic buttons, basic
Absolutely.
top.
I had a tailor tell me a while back, once you get a couple well-made suits tailored to you, classic, you get years of wear out of those suits, and they never go out of style.
Right. Speaking of suits, people here came dressed to impress, and they did not disappoint with the elegance of tonight.
Absolutely not. This is a beautiful event, and as was stated earlier, with beautiful people. And I certainly appreciate the diversity that is present tonight, and everyone's comfortable in their own skin, what they feel good in, just shining and enjoying an evening of excellence and elegance.
You know about the rise of Richard Smith, Yes Chef. You've seen him as a youngster in the community, turn his life around. You're his minister. You're his guiding compass. I don't want to get too philosophical, but just tell us how proud you are where he's come from.
Extremely proud, and I think Richard's story is one that speaks to the power of redemption and the fact that God has gifted all of us with talent, and we tap into that talent and marry it with purpose, something miraculous takes place. And as you know Richard's story, he had always had a love for food, took a shot at the restaurant business, but really discovered his passion and purpose when he stepped into the personal chef business. And he has absolutely flourished in that culinary genre.
That's
and
right.
so I'm absolutely proud of him, and he's an excellent story of redemption.
We can find him doing personal meals in people's houses, at events. He'll come to your house, prepare the meal, come to the event, prepare your meal, your breakfast, your dinner. He said he likes to skip lunch so he can have time to do that right. He told me he recommended people not to have the lunch. Tourists, people traveling, he'll fly to you, you come, all of that. I kind of summed it up. But talk to me about when he first came to you and you start discovering that he was going to try that concept.
Well, it really came on the heels of his disappointment with the restaurant business not working out multiple times, and just really trying to discover his purpose. And we were just sitting, talking, and he's bouncing ideas off me. A lot of times I'm just a sounding board.
Right.
And I can reflect back to him what he's saying, help him get some clarity on it. And he said something that I recognized purpose in it for him. And I said to him, this is your calling. This is what you should be doing. And if you focus on this, I believe God will bless it and it'll grow. And that's really what has happened, because one thing about Richard, once he set his mind to something, he's going to put his whole self in it, and he's going to learn the ins and the outs of it. So he's continued to grow, both as a chef and a business person, and he's yet to be discovered by mainstream. And once that happens, he's really going to take off.
You and I and a small group of us in here, we were there in Cape Coral when he first launched it. We were at that small house on that porch, and now we see this right here. We seeing the process. Chef Joe said, hey Lee, this is gonna be my first annual because you told me to say first annual. I said, but really this is not your first annual. Your first annual, for us who know what really going on, was in Cape Coral.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And that was intimate, a little bit smaller than this.
About 3 years ago, people.
And a tight invite list.
Yes.
And I think this was his first event where he's trying to create mass awareness and introduce himself to the larger population. And what I said to him was, don't worry about crowd size, and there's a good crowd here tonight, but just put on an excellent event.
Right.
Because your excellence will speak for you.
That reminds me of my philosophy, and I think I told Chef this as well. I said, you know what? You just put a clean glass of water in front of people, consistently let them drink it, constantly put clean glass of water in front of them, and then people will consistently drink that clean glass of water.
Absolutely, and there are people who appreciate quality, who appreciate professionalism, and who appreciate excellence. And I think on every point tonight, Richard is providing that. It's an event that's on time, it's running according to schedule, the courses are coming out, the entertainment is excellent, the show is beautiful, and the food is exquisite.
What does this do for our community in general? Young man out of the African American community, had a checkered past, turned his life around, bringing some culture downtown. What does that do in terms of role modeling?
An excellent role model, because one of the challenges a lot of young men and women face who've had a past similar to Richard is employment once they gain their freedom because of the felony laws that eliminate them. And what Richard has done is turning the gifting that God has given him into a business opportunity, not only for himself, but for others, because he's created a venue where other people get to showcase their talent, the DJs, the chefs, the models, the MCs. So he's taken his gift and used as a platform for others to showcase their gift. And so I think that's an excellent example that if you use what God has given you, he can turn something great into that.
We mentioned that he was going to be donating some of the funds to RICO. Tell our TV audience, what is RICO?
RICO is a nonprofit. It stands for Redeeming Influence Community Outreach. And the big event that we host annually prior to COVID, we're gearing up the levers to get it going again, is a big community fun day where we draw 1,500 to 1,800 people, families, children. It's a health event, it's a community service event, it's an educational event in regards to diabetes, health. It's just a big community event.
It is the event of the year every year. Do you have a date for that yet?
Not this current year, we haven't set the date. July.
July, okay.
We'll be publicizing soon.
Okay, but one date we do have is we have a date of your anniversary. Congratulations, 25 years in the business.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lee, for referencing that.
It's on my calendar. I got to be there.
Absolutely. I've had the privilege of pastoring Mount Hermon Church for 25 years, and then pastoring Mount Hermon Church, serving our wonderful community for 25 years. And when I started, I was new to ministry. I've grown, the community has grown and changed. I would like to believe the community has come to trust my ministry and the services we try and provide. Chief among them is fighting for justice in a number of areas. And so we have a 25th anniversary banquet coming up on April the 29th. Tickets are going to go on sale soon, and the community is welcome to come and be a part of that celebration.
And you can also get your ads in the souvenir journal. I thought I saw something that was already on Eventbrite. I know.
Absolutely. We just started advertising for the souvenir booklet. I've had the occasion to collaborate with dozens and dozens of businesses and ministries throughout Southwest Florida of different sorts over the course of these 25 years, all service-oriented. And so we're reaching out saying, hey, have some expressions of appreciation for what we've done together for 25 years.
Right, and even if you don't go to Mount Hermon, everybody knows that this is the community's pastor for everybody, no matter what. He's just a sterling example of what a ministry should be all about. Of course, it was the first recipient the church was of the Lee Pitts Live Church of the Year, and now that award always carries their name on it, and we're just thrilled to be able to bring the TV show out there on April 29th, right?
Amen.
And cover such a monumental occasion. I want you to take a look into that camera and make some final comments to your member of your church, Chef Dro.
Yes, well, two things, if you will allow. First, Lee said something last time he interviewed me. He may have said it before, but it hit me a little bit different. And he referred to me as the community pastor.
Right.
And he may have said it before, but when he said it this time, it hit me.
Okay.
It hit me that God didn't just call me to pastor Mount Hermon Church. My pastoral ministry extends to the community, and a great deal of what I do is on behalf of the community and not just the parishioners of Mount Hermon Church. So I want to thank you for that.
But I wear that. Yeah, and I have never called another. Of course, I've interviewed a lot of pastors. I've never called any of the community's pastor. Go ahead.
And I appreciate that, and I heard it.
Okay.
and I wear it.
Okay, thank you.
I received that.
Okay.
You know, so I wanted you to know that I heard that, and it spoke something to me.
Hey, and people actually would not know that I'm not a member of Mount Hermon, but he treats me just like a member, and he don't think about it in terms of members or not members. He thinks about us as people, and he's God's minister for the people. I have never felt like, in fact, I'm going to share a quick story with him. Pastor called me up to MC one of his events 5 years ago, his 20-year anniversary. I said, I'm not a member of your church. Don't matter, Lee. You're a part of the community. I want you to MC, and I was right there MCing. It was like a highlight of my life.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
I appreciate that. What was the second thing I was supposed to do? I got caught up in what you said.
Make some final comments
about Dro.
Okay.
Yes. So I wish you all could be here and just partake of this beautiful occasion and the gifting and the culinary skills of Chef Dro. But you will have opportunity in the future. Hit him up on Facebook. Book an intimate engagement with him. Book an engagement for your family, for your company, your business. Let's let him know that we support him. And as important, he's going to add value to whatever you're doing. And one thing I really appreciate about him, he's going to stretch your palate and introduce you to beautiful foods that you may have never tried before, but are delicious. And he'll soothe you with comforting food as well. So listen, check him out. You'll not be disappointed.
In case you guys are wondering what's going on, they have a lot of entertainment going on. We have a fashion show going on behind us. Surprised us with a great fashion show. Comedians are here. Rated TV personality, Shari Armstrong, all the stars on violin. Luna Mooney coming up soon. Blue Note's going to sing. It's just a night of elegance all the way around. Peppered with a 6-course meal.
Yes. And the first one, I got the second one waiting on me, was absolutely delicious. So I'm looking forward to getting back to the meal.
I'm pulling them out of the audience to get me an opportunity to get them before they leave. So in parting, I want you to remember, Miami has the oranges, Shep drove, and a night of elegance has
Got the juice.
has the juice. We'll be right back.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello everybody, this is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show, and if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime, and also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.